Yeah. Okay, so in this question, we're given the Fort Worth Zoo has a number of two-legged birds and four-legged mammals. And this person goes to the zoo and they count 200 heads and 522 legs. We want to find how many animals could have been were two-legged birds. Okay, so this question, this is actually a pretty common type of question. So this is a pretty good question. It's important that we know how we can like solve this problem. So it turns out this actually can be solved using a system of equations, which we can build from this like word problem. So the idea is we want to kind of make up some variables, right? So we can let x equal number of two-legged birds, right? And we can let y equal the number of four-legged mammals, right? So we're given there are 200 heads, right? So by like common sense, right? Like a bird is going to have one head and a mammal is going to have one head, right? Like that we can like assume safely. Like you probably won't see a bird with like multiple heads. So the number of heads in total is 200. So if you have x two-legged birds, that means you have like x bird, like x heads for the birds, and you have, since you have y four-legged mammals, you kind of have like y heads for the mammals. So that tells you that x plus y, the total number of heads, is 200. And we're given that the person also counted 522 legs. So if each bird has 2 legs and there are x birds in total, then there will be 2x legs that the birds contribute, right? Similarly, if each mammal has 4 legs and there are y mammals in total, then there are going to be 4 times y legs that the mammals contribute. And we're given that this must equal 522. So what I can do is I'm going to first take this second equation. And I'm going to take this second equation, right? And I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So if I divide both sides by 2, 2x divided by 2 is x. 4y divided by 2 is 2y. This has to equal 522 divided by 2, which is 261. And so now we just kind of have to solve like this system of equations now. So we can take this do this red equation and you minus this blue equation. And now we're just kind of using elimination because we're kind of eliminating x. We're removing the value of x. So on the left side, we have x plus 2y minus x plus y. So that just leaves you with y. And on the right side, we're just given 261 minus 200. So that would give you 61. So you get y 61. And then from here, you might be tempted and be like, oh, you know, we have 61 and, 61 is in our answer choices. It's choice A. But like a lot of times in math problems, like especially in multiple choice tests, like the problem writers are not always very nice. So like they might want to like trick you because in this case, we found y, which is the number of mammals, but the question asked for how many birds there were. So like we have to be careful. So we can't just like quickly circle 61 and move on. We have to like, it's a good habit to like at the end of any question to like reread the question to make sure you're doing what the question tells you to do. Yeah. So if y is 61, then it's fortunately pretty easy to find what the value of x is, since x plus y is 200, right? And y is 61, so I can replace this with 61. Then x is just going to equal 200 minus 61, which is 139. And that would be choice C.